Hey everyone, it's attorney Nick Sally, and welcome back to the I Own This series where I'm talking about the secrets to getting a trademark registration. And so I'm going to go over some quick notes, some quick basics with you today on what makes a good trademark. So the way that I like to think about this is actually that there's a spectrum that you need to know about and a formula to what makes a good trademark. So the spectrum is something we use in trademark law to figure out where a trademark falls as far as how distinctive it is, because trademark law exists to prevent consumer confusion. And so the more distinctive the trademark is, the less likely it is for people to be confused about this trademark and the company that owns it versus another trademark and a different company that owns that trademark. So the spectrum in order of something that doesn't even count as a trademark all the way up to a trademark being really strong, really good, would go from generic to descriptive to suggestive, arbitrary, and then fanciful, meaning it's just a completely made up word. So let's go through some examples of that in a moment. The formula you need to know is always to use the term or the trademark plus the goods and services, and then that will give you where it falls on the spectrum. So, for example, if we look at the term Apple plus the goods and services of electronics, laptops, other goods and services like music players and things like that, then the word Apple has nothing to do with the actual products of electronics. So I would say that that would be pretty high up on the spectrum, and that would be arbitrary because the fruit has nothing to do with what's being offered. Now let's take the example of aspirin. Aspirin actually was a brand name. It was a trademark for a very specific type of pill, but people started to call any type of medication an aspirin, and therefore it lost its trademark rights, which means it's at the bottom of the list at generic. And generic terms, can't even call them trademarks, generic terms don't count as trademarks because they're not actually pointing to any kind of source identifier. So I hope that helps. That is the actual spectrum you need to be aware of in order to know where your trademark falls. And yeah, if you want to learn more, then keep up with this series, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.